Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of World End Economica. And after saying that, she looked behind her ears as if she had noticed something. Shouting, she got up, opened the door to the main part of the building and surveyed the other side. After that, she closed the door quietly, came back and started talking. Well, remember what happened when Toyama came here? Ah, yeah. Toyama was probably really angry, right? Oh yeah, that was really something. He has a daughter of about Hagana's age, but they don't really get along. Amamu and Moneylanders also looked at disdainfully. Probably because they also stopped talking to each other. Well, that's unfortunate. It's true. Despite what he does, he really is a good person. So I wouldn't have been surprised if he'd actually hit her. But you came in, took care of the interest payment and saved the day, didn't you? Besides, Hagana wanted to hide that from me, and you did end up going along with a plan. Ah. After that, I went asked Hagana, did you thank him properly? That's certainly what Lisa would say, and imagine Hagana's reaction. You're probably imagining it exactly right. I guess so. But it's true you'd helped her out there, so I told her to properly thank you. Okay, what about haggling? Yeah, she's rather good at it after all. I told her to thank you by haggling over prices since she probably didn't have any more money left. That's why, well, you may not like the idea of it, but Hagana was probably in high spirits about it. Lisa's seemingly apologetic words were in actuality swelling around in my mind. It was true that Hagana's way of haggling was strange, despite her personality. We should always haggle that way. Someone like Lisa would have warned her by now. Oh well, it really was pretty bad. Wouldn't we be able to go back to that shop? That bad? Jeez. Lisa put her hand on her forehead, perhaps wondering what else could have been done. On top of that, though she was the one haggling, without saying another word, she just handed her a difference. Certainly anyone would refuse it. Huh. You are right, you weren't wrong. If anyone was wrong, it would have been me. Oh, you didn't do anything wrong, woman. I said it hurriedly. I could see a tired smile on her hand. Thank you, but... woman? It wasn't your fault, Lisa. Okay, thank you. Lisa nodded her head and smiled, but I felt I was getting a headache. I had no idea what I should do. In order to thank me, Hagana used those high-handed haggling tactics. And on top of that, she thought I was out of her money and pushed her savings all onto me. Part of me wanted to say that if it was just a few moles, then it would have been better just to pay it all up. I know how you looked at it. It was an unlucky incident. There's no other way to say it. It would be strange for me to ask you how to apologise to Hagana, after all. I'm a victim, after all. I'm pretty bad when it comes to this kind of thing, though. Lisa probably gave advice to Hagana about morality and kindness of her heart, but those attempts completely backfired. However, I'd like to feel sorry, even if Lisa felt bummed out about it. Well, time will mend things. You don't hate her after all, right? Lisa looked direct at me and said that. Whether I disliked her or not, the only answer to say was no, I suppose. Or should I say, regardless of what I would say, she did talk about her hometown and smiles on her students' faces, so certainly she understood a thing about emotions. The music of this game is really annoying how it cuts out like that. It's got a cute image like this, so that's fair. Besides, this time it was an unfortunate turn of events due to Hagana's awkwardness, so there wasn't really a reason for me to feel resentful. I suppose not. Thank you. You ain't one doing with thanking, Geez, you really are foul-mouthed, aren't you? Lisa laughed sarcastically, stood up from her chair. But, well, that was it. Ah. Well, why don't we get some food? You're hungry, right? Lisa smiled as she extended her hand towards me. I took her hand and stood up. What I felt on my mind was a mental equivalent to a bad aftertaste. And I felt disappointment as it would be pointless to propose the idea of financial engineering to Hagana. That night with the registration deadline looming, I signed up for the investment contest. Either on my own I should have a chance at it. As I thought about how I didn't necessarily have to complete confidence in myself, I soon fell asleep. The third investment contest, sponsored by the Ratzinger Economics Research Centre. The investment contest took place in a virtual world. The securities are market prepared to event were practically no different to the actual one. There are companies, balance sheets, and dividends, and from time to time unforeseen incidents, mergers, and even bankruptcies. Bearing links to reality exchange rates, interbank interest rates, and various energy markets from a lunar clock. The contest ran for half a year, with a total of 100,000 participants. And on time, roughly 20,000 of them would be conducting trades at their own pace. Each person starts with 10 million virtual malls and can trade for a total of 40 days. To qualify for the event, there was a system where contestants were selected by one, either by the Economics Research Centre or supporting investment bank. And whilst many of the contestants already invited in the early days of the contest already finished their trading, and their performance evaluated. The performance results were broadcast and updated in real time. Currently, the top-ranked participant, run by the handle of Mr. Trush, managed to earn 45 million malls in 19 days of trading. Information from the Economics Research Centre mentioned that many big-shot investment rows had also participated for fun. So it was rumoured that Mr. Trush might have actually been a top-of-the-league fund manager, or someone from a proprietary trading division of an investment bank. At the breakfast table, where absently eating my Lisa's ham and eggs, I spilled coffee on my leg just as I'd finished gathering information. I guess you aren't willing to be careful. Did you get scolded? Ah! I took a napkin and wiped myself minimally. I simply stared at the computer without wasting my time putting the napkin back. How? This loud voice brought me back to reality. Did you get scolded? She laughed cheerfully as she looked at me. It was enough to get my heart pounding, and as if I had a hand on my chest when I realised the napkin was still in my hands before I gave it back to Lisa. So, did you get scolded? Ah, no, I'm fine. No matter what you're doing, it can wait until you have to finish eating. The clanging sound of tableware brought me back once again to reality from the screen of my computer. Knowing the waste of time it had been to argue, I stuffed my face with what was left and replied, "Thank you for food." Jeez. I could see her say that in disgust from the corner of my eyes and put down my tableware. The investment contest ran on lunar time was only open to a lunar stock exchange was open. In other words, were I to put up all my energy into this contest, I would no longer have time to do any actual trading. However, I only had 70,000 malls compared to a 200,000 that would go into winner. West even said that the top rank contestants would be headhunted by Schrödinger Street. If that were the case, then instead of investing my money slowly like I'd been doing recently, trading virtual money and diving straight into a more rewarding contest was the right thing to do. Besides, looking around the web, it seemed like the price fluctuation and behaviour of stocks traded in the contest were also fictional. But they were supposedly no different from the stocks of the actual companies. While I wasn't sure if this was the case, some kind person with spare time did make an upload of a table correlating the virtual stocks with real ones. Looking at the corresponding stock movements of a graph did make them look very similar. For now, I downloaded a table and saved it. And without even taking my eyes off the screen, my hand searched for a coffee cup, ended up knocking it with a backhand side in my hand. Would you stop that? While Lisa was being annoyed, I picked up a coffee cup and ducked my head down as I sipped it. Jeez. Ah, that's right, Hagana. I returned to my focus on the computer as usual, but somehow mention of Hagana at the end of a sentence had caught me off guard. Despite my head being filled with all the things concerning my investment contest, plans from yesterday all came to mind again. Today I need your help with a lecture at university, so I won't be around. You better be sure to eat lunch, okay? Hearing no response, I took a quick sidelong glance. I could see Hagana with her usual sour expression turn away and nibble at her bread. I'm waiting an answer. Lisa's smile. Hagana stopped munching her bread and turned hesitantly towards Lisa. It appears that whether there was a need to eat lunch or was at no point in contention with Lisa. But then again, I'll be immersed in trade, so I wouldn't have much time to eat lunch. Hagana was immersed with Emo's understanding of mathematical proof in her own way, so we understand the reason to not be bothered. However, whether Lisa was fine with that or not was an entirely different problem. I'll make lunch for you, just to make sure you eat it, okay? Do you answer? Hagana said nothing once more, but it seemed like Lisa persevered. Hagana gave in and finally said something. Why only me? But she didn't look at me, it was clear she was implying. That's Lisa understood immediately. Just because Hal ends up eating doesn't mean you get to do the same. After bartering so forcibly at a clothing store, Hagana acted like a child in front of Lisa. As As I thought about that, I was drifting around in a sea of net absentmindedly. I suddenly realised that Lisa had turned towards me. Oh, how? You're going to remember to eat, right? Even though she hadn't bothered me while I was trading until now, she somehow decided to come choose the day to do so. I looked at Lisa and confronted a smile. You're smiling, poor taste. Is this going to cost me extra? Flabbergasted, she sighed in response to my desperate reply. Of course not. It's important for your growth to eat every day. If you don't, you're growing any taller. Whatever. I wasn't much short for my age, but if I had to be honest, I'd say it was a bit of a shorter side. I groaned in response when Lisa turned towards her garden again and said, appeared to whisper something into her ear. When she did that, her garden appeared shocked and started to cower as if one of her secrets had been guessed. Then she looked downcast and bit on her lip. Are you fine with that? Her garden looked conflicted when Lisa asked that question, but soon enough she appeared to give in and she nodded her head. What the heck did she say anyway? I was perplexed until her garden looked up slightly. It was clear what she was looking at, so I was able to hit upon a theory. Or should I say, after looking awkwardly at Lisa's assets, she looked at her own chest. Ah, if you don't eat, you won't grow. It appears like she was rather concerned about her small size. Well, it was true Lisa's chest was rather plentiful. I suddenly realised that Lisa was also looking at me as if I'd decided to take a gander myself. Huh? Ah, what? 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 You're all shaken up. Lisa tilted her head slightly as she said that. Well, that said, two, you better make sure you eat lunch. However, I also won't be happy if both of you just hide in your rooms and eat. You two better eat here together, understand? Lisa's words, I understand now why today all day she's so insistent about making sure we ate lunch. But it wasn't all that realistic to shake hands and make peace. This is rather a forceful manner of insistence. Lisa, the embodiment of what amazed and bothered me, then had a nerve to wink at me. It was true when I came to the living room, Hagana did not once even look up at me. It didn't particularly bother me either way, but I thought it was because she was being childish of any stubbornness either. I looked back at Lisa and just shrugged my shoulders. Alright, that's how it'll be. So Lisa's playing Peacemaker once again. Lisa clapped her hands cheerfully and proceeded to start cleaning things up. Didn't know why she was so enthusiastic about it, but as I focused on my computer screen, I stole a glance at Hagana. As usual, Hagana had a sour look on her face and continued to chew on her bread as if I didn't exist. Looking at the clock is probably another good stopping point here. As ever, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. My name has been Fuds. Bye bye.